I would go around with my dad to these NFO meetings, and you went to various ranchers' places, and it was all about, the point was all about ranchers pushing back against, you know, consolidation in the meat packing business and in purchasing cattle, that sort of thing. But for a 14-year-old, sometimes there were distractions. And so we went to this meeting one time at this place over south of Boulder on the North Boulder River. And there were two kids there in the family. There was a boy that was my age and a girl that was a year older. And then there's this other kid from another ranch. And so, of course, you have a girl there. There's a couple boys, you know, you need to kind of do something to impress the girl. All right. So we're out in this little barn, and there's a couple stalls there, and there's this horse comes wandering in off the corral. And this other kid, not the brother of the girl, but the other kid, he jumps on that horse bareback, grabs it by the mane, even gives it a little kick in the flank, and heads out of the barn. And I'm thinking, how am I going to top that? There was a problem though. There was a beam across the door to that stall, and you know what's coming here. That kid, he heads out and his head collides with that beam.
Wow.
Okay, we didn't have a television growing up, but I loved once in a while when we visited friends or relatives and they had television watching cartoons. My favorite cartoon was the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner Hour. And remember the poor Wile E. Coyote that chased the Roadrunner around? And remember how many times he like splatted against something and was stationary and then fell? So that kid hit that beam, and I swear he was suspended in midair for at least 10 seconds. It was like, and then down. Okay. And so actually I didn't really have to do much to have a conversation with the girl after all. So I tell that story to make a point. Democrats for too long in rural Montana have been like Bugs Bunny. They do fine in urban areas, and then you come out here and splat. You hit the wall, and we've been falling down. We can change that. We have the opportunity to change that. Another thing that was happening in the 1970s, think about this for a minute. In the 1970s, for every $1 people spend on food in the United States, about 37 cents was going back to the farmer or rancher, the producer. What do you suppose that is today?
Less than 10.
13.
15.
Whoa.
15. So think about that. My dad was concerned about his ability to make a living as a rancher when 37 cents on the dollar was going back to the producer. Now it's 15. All right? And that consolidation isn't just part of farming and ranching. It's all over through our economy. The things you're talking about with seven companies that control the wine distribution. We have in this country, we have antitrust laws, but we need a Congress that demands that the judiciary enforce those laws. Okay? People that are working for wages are caught in the same cycle. Now we're at $7.25 an hour. That's not a minimum wage, that's a maximum insult. If you want to empower people politically, you have to empower them economically. And so we need to be a party, and I will be a candidate who is willing to say, look, we need to enforce antitrust laws, we need to raise the minimum wage, we need to make sure that when companies are reaping record profits, that A, workers get their fair share of that, and B, they pay a reasonable amount of taxes on those profits. That's what I'm here to help.